Test, test, 1, 2, test, test, 1, 2. Well, welcome everyone to this episode of PincheAls Garage Live. And on today, we're going to be getting Robert's VW Bug on stands and getting ready for a clutch job tomorrow. Now, tomorrow I'm not going to go live. What I'm going to be doing tomorrow while I'm working is I'm going to be filming Robert tomorrow. So the guy just he's been pretty sick. So again, I don't know if you guys saw the previous video that I had on a couple weeks back with Robert and talking to him when I went to go ride to his house, and I filmed all that, and we were trying to get his bug back on the road. So he doesn't know it, but I want you guys to know it, that I'm going to start a GoFundMe for him. And after we talk about his life and his, how he's been, and trying to get out, see what's up with him, and see if we can raise some money to get this bug fully restored for him. I want just for him to have a car that he's always wanted and get it done the way he wants it. I'm not a car restore guy, so I want to raise the money so we can take the bug, and I probably want to drive it all the way to California, like, tow it and drive it there and drop it off with a shop that can fully restore the bug to his image, and have him be able to drive it for as long as he can while he's still around, because the guy is he's going through chemo. He just went to his doctor visit. That's why he's been sick at home, because they've been trying to get this cancer he has on his body under control. Now, tomorrow he should be here at my house around 9 a.m. I'm going to be interviewing the guy. We're just going to be talking while I'm working on his bug. I'm hoping to get the bug's clutch installed, fix the gas lever, and get the brake system working, at least so he can putter. I want him to think that he's going to putter around town with it, but I want to be able to raise the funds so he can get it fully restored and then give it back to him. So that's my thought right now. I'm just waiting for my other phone to charge up so we can start streaming the other part with TikTok and get work going. So get my shoes tied up here. But Robert is such a cool dude. So I'm excited to at least be a part of something with him. If we can't raise the money, no big deal. I'm going to get this bug as good as I can for him, with the amount of funds I got, which is not much, but I'm going to be able to help him out as much as I can. Let's see. All right. I'm going to do TikTok really quick here.
This is a dude lunch.
All right. Let's get started over here. Get you guys all set up. By the way, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We just got to get everybody set up and squared out so we have enough footage. Not a big fan of TikTok's setup here. I just don't like that they require you to use, portrait mode versus landscape. It's so annoying. And you have to keep the phone super far away so you can actually get the shot that we want. But either way, we're going to do the best we can. Now, the kittens are here. They're going to be hanging out with me while I'm working. So I'm going to bring the kittens out really quick. We finally named one. We named one of them. Right, guys? Let's see. There we go. I got you. No, no, no. Don't come out. You're going to fall out of the hole. One of you've already fallen. So don't do it. Oh, no, no, no. There we go. So here's one of the kittens. This one is the only girl out of the litter. So there's 3 boys and 1 girl. And this girl, my wife and I finally came to terms of naming her. And we're going to name her Shabribri after my really good friend Bree. She is the runt out of the 4. She is the smallest. And she's the most adorable. Look at this cute little kitten. Yeah. All right, I'll bring you guys over here on Tiki Talk so you guys can see her. So we named this one Shabribri. So this is one of the kittens that I rescued. If you guys are into other stuff, we have a lot of my other content with animals on my farm channel. Just look up PincheAls Garage Farm, and you can see all the kittens and what we did and how we take care of them. They're in here. There's a lot of footage of them just hanging out in their crate, and then we take them out to play outside for an hour, and then we put them back in, and then we feed them and just hang out with them. They're pretty chill. They are going to be meowing a lot while I work because they're kittens. So be ready for that. I'll do my best to keep track while I'm working, but they're just kittens. They're so adorable. Oh, they're so adorable. I just want to play with them all day, but I can't. I got to work. All right. I know, I know, I know. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to fall out of the cage. Ah, jeez. I know. I know. I know. Look. Here. There's all the kittens. There's 4 kittens. Yeah, there's 4 kittens. Yeah, I'll bring them out before I dump them back in the cage. There you go. There's all the cuteness overload. Overload. Yeah, there's so many kittens. Yeah. Yes, it's a bundle. You're a bundle of joy. All right. Let me put them back in. I'm distracted with kittens. I know. I know. I know. But I can't hold on to you the entire. Nope, nope. You're going to fall. You're going to fall. Don't do it. All right. Kittens aren't the smartest. All right. So we're going to get the car on jack stands. I'm going to do my best. I don't think I have to take the wheels off. We're only taking we're going to pull the motor out. But I don't want to pull the motor out completely. I'm going to prep it to get it out. And then we're going to, how do you say, while I get it ready, tomorrow we're going to have Robert come in. He's going to chill, hang out with me. So the owner of the bug, just if you're tuning in right now on TikTok, the owner has cancer and he's fighting it pretty good. He's fighting the good fight. So you guys on TikTok, let me guys bring you a little bit closer here. So I give you the whole story about Robert and his VW. So it makes it a little easier. I'm going to be working on the back, so that should help. So Robert, super cool dude. I just moved here to Arkansas, Texarkana, Arkansas, and he noticed my bus, my 2 buses, and all my VWs. Just walked on my property, and then he's like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Oh, pretty good." I'm just like kind of tripped out that someone just walks on my property. Either way, walked on the property, and he's like, "Dude, I saw you have buses and you do Volkswagens." I'm like, "Yeah, I work on them. What's going on?" He's all, "Man, I got this old VW bug and I really want to get it working and all that." And I'm just like, "Bro, let's do this." Like, I'm excited. Like, it's been a long time since I've been very excited. So, I wanted to help the guy and understand what he needed. And he's all like, "It just needs a clutch." I'm all like, it's an old bug. I think it's gonna need more than just a clutch. He's all like, you think? You wanna come over and check it out? I'm all like, hell yeah, I wanna come over. So if you wanna watch the whole video on that, just go to my YouTube channel, PincheAls Garage. There's a whole section where I go and check out his car and I do a full walkthrough and I talk to him. Super cool. I'm not gonna break it down, but it's beat. This car is pretty beat up, but it's cool and has a lot of character. So I really, really, really want to take care of it and get it built for him. I don't have the money to do the full restoration. However, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for him, and I want to raise like 20 to 30K to get this car fully restored. If I can get it done cheaper, hell yeah. I just want a nice little 1776 in here, like the dual carbs. I want to keep a lot of the original interior. I just want to clean it up, maybe just match it or get it redone. Headliner, new floorboards, take out all the dents, get it repainted, get rid of all the body filler. Again, a full restoration. We don't know how much time this guy has here on Earth. And the guy is super cool. He has a really long story about his life. And tomorrow at 9 a.m., he's coming over to my house and I'm going to be recording his life story. So if you guys want to hear that or be a part of that, tomorrow he's going to come in, I'm going to record, and then I'm going to upload immediately to the channel and YouTube and TikTok and everything else, all the social media, because I really want his message to be heard and I want his life to be heard and understood. Because it's, from what I talked to him the last few times, it sounds like he has a pretty rough life, but now it's pretty good in the sense that he's alive. That's as far as it goes. Super cool dude. The guy lived most of his life as a hobo, not as a homeless guy. So just so you understand, not a homeless person, as a hobo. You have to understand there's a difference. Hobos travel the US or the world, just boondocking it across the world, just trying to get to point A, point B with no actual purpose. Oh, someone's hitting me up with something. What am I getting? I'm getting a heart? What is that? I don't know what that means. Thank you. You sent me a rose. Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, I got sent a heart. So the guy has a really cool life. And I really, 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 really want to get it on camera because his life needs to be heard. And I don't know how much time he has on Earth. And I want to make sure his voice is heard and who he is heard. And where else to do it is on social media, right? You keep it on there and hopefully it's on there for as long as possible. Once I get his video up, I'll get a link to his GoFundMe, and we just want to raise some money to get this bug restored. He has his own little place. He has a decent little life, so he's not like we're not trying to change his life in a sense of like, oh, we need to build him a home and all. No, we just want to give him a really cool VW bug, his VW bug, fully done up, and have him drive it. Have him drive it the way he's always wanted to drive it, and that's it. So I'm going to end it there. I'm going to get to work on his car. I'm preparing it for tomorrow because I really don't want to do too much work tomorrow. I really want to just be involved in the conversation with him and then go forward from there. All right, let's get to work. Again, thank you for watching and enjoying what I do. We're working now. We're going to get this bug up and going. TikTok, I honestly am sorry for you guys because you guys don't get to get the full frame as YouTube, but I'm going to do the best I can, all right? Thank you again for tuning in and being a part of this. Again, this is Robert. He's the owner of his little Volkswagen Bug, and we're going to do the best we can to help him out. Meow, 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 meow. You kitties are loud. You guys are very loud tonight. I know. All right, so let's get you going here. Hold it on the beam. What, guys? No, 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 no. Don't yell at me. So if you have any questions, please ask. I'm super, how you say, I'm just here to talk and do car. I don't know the exact year of the bug, by the way, if anybody's asking. He says it's a 64. I don't think it's a 64. I think it's like a 66 or a 67 because of the tail lights and this big window back here. It's really cool. It's got pop outs. So these are pop out windows in the back. Super cool. I love this, you know, for a bug. Such a cool feature. You guys got to see the steering wheel on this. It's a bicycle steer. It's like a lowrider bicycle steering wheel. I'll show you in a little bit. It's so cool. Yeah, we really need to do some work on this car. Poor guy, it's so rusty. Oh man. Ooh, that's so sketch. So, so the pinch weld that holds the jack lift spot is rusted through on the other side. So when I was jacking up the car, it was literally just caving in into the car. It was so sketch. What we got going on here? Ball joints, actually, if you post 66, the VIN on the Wimmo will tell you the year. Windshield. VW. Ball joints, no. We're going to pull the engine out. We got to do a clutch job. But we're doing more than just a clutch job for this guy, by the way. Yeah, lots of crunch. No, if you watching on YouTube, rewind the video, go towards the beginning. I explain what we're actually trying to do. I'm trying to do what he wants me to do, but I want to go further for him. I really want to do more for this guy. I don't fit. It's a runner. The car does run. It turns on and everything. Doors close. Everything actually works except what doesn't work on the car are like the turn signals don't work correctly. The headlights don't work correctly. I mean, the wiring on this thing's probably all like crazy. So the wiring, it definitely needs a restoration, like a full restoration. It's crazy. But he listened to my instructions. He got me a master cylinder because he needed one. The brakes are shot on it. And he got me a clutch. Got it from Empy. So while you guys are watching this right now, I want you guys to tag Empy I want you to tag Vintage Speed for me. Like tag them to this video. Vintage Speed, Empy, Volkswagen Heritage, West Coast, I think V-Dubs, anything we can find Volkswagen, tag it to this video because we need to get some either help, some sponsors, or anything to help us get Robert's VW fully restored. So full clutch kit, because the clutch is done on this car. You can't shift anymore. I've already adjusted the cable and it doesn't work. So we got a brand new Sachs clutch kit. So pressure plate, clutch, throwout bearing. You don't get a flywheel because the flywheel is already on the car. We'll just give that a good scuffing and get that going. I'm gonna get the fuel line pinched off. I got to get the bolts to the engine pretty much unmounted. I think this has studs, so I don't have to worry about the engine dropping on me. I'm still gonna get the my engine lift for it. I use this guy here. Let's see, where's my other? There it is. One of my favorite jacks. This is my motorcycle jack, and I use this for pretty much VW engines. Easy work of pulling the motor out. We don't lift it up. We just get it started. We just got to find the positive, the negative, which is in the back seat. Unplug that, and then find the main wires that go through here. Unplug them, unbolt the motor. It's like 4 or 5 bolts, maybe less because this thing's so beat up. And get it out. It's got a vacuum advanced distributor. It's got a Bosch, what do you call it, coil. The basic is probably a 34 pig carburetor. We'll see. There we go. Oh, crap. There we go. All right, car's on stands. Now I got to go underneath and then find the unbolting, the spots, the bolts, whatever. The unbolting. So how's everybody doing tonight, huh? Let's see here. It's been a while since I've done a bug. I can do my bus a lot faster than I can do a bug. Let's see here. Interesting. So this one uses the frame to bolt onto the engine. It's not like the older VW bugs. Because I see the starter's very traditional. The two mounting points for the transmission's different. Yeah, this is much different than my bus. Ay, ay, ay. It's been a minute. Get my work light. But yeah, you guys have any questions? Turn you guys back over. Here we go. Where'd my work light go? All right. This is very different. There's the mounting for the transmission, but all this is in the way. So this has to be removed first. This and this, so this bracket and this bushing has to be removed. We got to hold the jack up. We have to hold the engine up. Transmission. Okay. All right. Okay, okay. This cannot be held by only by that. The front of the engines on the bus are held right here by a support bar, but there's no support bar. All I have is just 4 bolts. Is that honestly it? No. Yeah, that's it. Oh man. All right, well, That's probably why I have this solid mass bar right here. Cool. Okay. Again, it's been so long since I've done a bug, I have forgotten how to remove the engine. Oh, let's see. Yeah, no, I was actually thinking about trying to figure out a camera for you guys to show you guys underneath the car. Actually, I can, yeah. Here. I might be able to do TikTok as well. Sorry, guys, if you feel drowsy after this. I'm doing the best I can. There we go. You guys can see that? Yeah, I think you guys can see that. All right, TikTok, let's bring you on a journey. Come down here with me. I'll get you guys in here too. Woo! So, I don't know if you guys can see that. All right. So this guy held here. Oh, there we go. Jeez, you guys don't get to really get a good view. There you go. So there's a bolt here and a bolt there that holds this part of the frame. Then with this giant one right here that has a rubber bushing that kind of clips this portion in place. I have to remove this, the starter, right there. And then there should be a bolt on the other side. And then I have access to the actual transmission bolts underneath to get this done. Oh, there we go. Here you go. So this guy here has to come off. The axles can fall on this beam right here, from what I can see. So I don't have to worry about the transmission falling. And then I have to get behind this. The starter's right up here. So that's easy. And there's two bolts that hold the starter, one here on the bottom and one towards the top. Once this bracket's removed, we have access to the bolts behind it for the bell housing to get the engine unbolted. Because they're right over here somewhere. Yeah. I mean, there's access to one of them here. I mean, I could just not do that. Probably just take off this bolt, that one, and the one on top. And I don't even have to touch the transmission hardware. Let me try that first. That seems like what's actually going to work. This is 14. 16 no go. I think you're looking at the two big bolts. All right, thank you. That's 17 millimeter. Yep. That's right. There you go. Everybody's now joining in on the fun. I'm gonna bring a 17 and an 18 just in case, because you know, you'd be surprised. People over what, 50, 60 years are gonna mess around with stuff. I know, right, Kitty? That's right. All right. 17. Oh yeah, it's leaking bad. Again, for Robert, we want to put a new motor in here. I don't want to just give him a fixed clutch we got to do more than this. I want to just get him here so I can have a conversation with him. And then I want to do his GoFundMe right after the conversation so we can help him and raise some real money to really get this bug fully restored. I don't have the funds to just give him and get him going, but us as a community, especially the VW community, I think we can help Robert and get him where he needs to be in life with a fully restored bug. I just want to be here for the conversation. I really want to talk to him. He's so cool. I'm also going to take him out to lunch while we're working on this car. Come on. That one's removed. Look at that, another 17. So much junk in here, junk like build up. Well, he bought this bug with the intentions to doing a patina. That was his comment. So I want to kind of keep his wishes in there too. He wants a patina, but he wants, you know, super shiny. He wants a really shiny patina paint job. So I'm thinking, all right, we rust it up, we paint it, give it a crappy paint job, but like nice, and give it a, oh man, a nice patina. It'd be so dope. But restore it, you know, like do an actual restoration and then a patina and then clear coat the crap out of it. All right, I'm gonna go see if I can get a socket for this. I'm getting showered with grime here. And I gotta disconnect the battery too. Right? I love the diamond plated heater channels. You should see the rocker boards, dude. They're also diamond plated. He handmade all of them. The guy has a lot of heart and like passion towards his VW, and I really want to keep that with the car. Like he loves his little bug. I'm gonna grab my phone. That way I can read the comments. All right, cool. I got the chat up so I can read the chat. So if you guys have comments on YouTube, I can now read them while I'm working down here. Yeah, I wish I can be faster on doing this, but it's been such a long time. Oh, crap. There we go. Don't want to hear the audio from my live stream. Oh, wow. That shit don't fit. that, that was already a waste of time. Or do we do it from the other side right here? Oh, he put Dr. Pepper cans to block the heater vents. Yeah, I just saw that. There's a Dr. Pepper can covering the vent. That's so cool. You guys can see it right there. The Dr. Pepper can. This one is crusty AF. Another one came off like nothing. There we go. All right, so that's two nuts. Again, I gotta go disconnect. I gotta keep telling myself, go disconnect the battery before you touch anything else. You'll electrocute yourself. I'll be right back. When we pull the motor out, I'll show you guys the inside of the car. Pretty cool. All right. That took longer than it's supposed to. Back down here. Well, thank you for following me, Diney E. Appreciate it. Everybody else watching, thank you. All right, so now we're over here on the starter. You guys can see right here. There you go. All right, we're here. Battery's disconnected, so I don't have to worry about like shorting or doing anything to myself. There's a 13 millimeter for the nut on the starter itself. that holds the primary power. And take that one and that one off. We take the 2 wires off the actual starter. Okay, now that's done. Now we have the ability to remove the 17 that I don't have access with a freaking ratchet. Hand tool it is. That's smaller. Of course it is. Mm, 16 does not fit. I mean, it fits, but not very well. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you. Thank you. Working on this old VW Bug. Let's try this 15 mil. There we go. This thing was on there. Yeah, these don't have to go on that tight. Jeez. Independent rears are trans on pre-68. Pan swap? I don't know, man. So Robert, who bought this, he doesn't know the history of this car at all, by the way. So we are at the mercy of, it's a VW Bug, and he wants to drive it. That's it. Pan swap, what motor's in it? None of us have any information. He bought the dang thing dirt cheap, you know. So, man, the amount of debris in here is ridiculous. Yeah, he bought the Bug pretty cheap. He just doesn't know what came in it or any of the information. He was told by the guy he bought it from it was a 64, but the rear window and the front window, other people say otherwise. It's like a newer Bug. So we don't know. At the same time, Robert doesn't care. Robert doesn't care what year it is. He just wants it running and he wants to be able to drive it. That's it, man. And that's pretty much what I want to do for him. I just want it driving. He was trying to pay me money to fix it. I'm like, no, bro. This is my happy time right here. This is how I get my kicks in life, is helping people out that really love their cars like this. You know? So I told him no charge. But honestly, I want to do more. So we'll go from there. If you guys are going to enjoy this, watch. Wait until you guys meet Robert on YouTube and TikTok tomorrow. Oh my God. You guys are going to fall in love with the guy. The guy's so cool. Again, I'm over here in Arkansas, and this guy does not talk like you know, the Texan accent or a Midwestern accent. This guy has a really cool accent. Yeah, this one nut is really on here. Come on. There you go. Come on. There you go. No, that's such bull to crap. Oh, come on. So the nut is bigger than the starter, so the nut won't come out. We have to wait until we pull the motor out more. I mean, pull the starter out further. Oh my God, such a dumb starter. This thing still has a 6-volt anyway system, so that's another thing that needs to change on this car. Okay, so the other nut's on the other side. All right, we're gonna get on this side now. You gotta remove the clutch cable. On this side, guys, it's in here. So right inside here, there's a cable for the clutch. We have to remove the throttle cable as well. And the fuel line's right here too. So the clutch is literally just held by a wing nut that's like tapered. And that's it. Like honestly, that's the entirety of the clutch cable. But to get it out, he has it set so far down. I don't even know if I can even get it out quick enough. It's again, the clutch is so far gone. He over tightened it to try to make it work, and it's just no go. And usually, what you do is you pull the lever back, and then you get the cable kind of loosey goosey like this, and then spin the son of a bitch. But it ain't working. Yeah, he used the entire cable leverage. Yeah. So I'm gonna need to, and oh my God, the heater, the filter is right on the heater box. Bro, if this thing drove, and it actually drove like long term on a road, it would have caught fire a long time ago. That's crazy. Like he legitimately has it, the fuel line right on the heat exchange box right here. That's so dangerous. Just so you guys know. You're supposed to run them through the middle or over and under and towards the back of the um, fan, the fan shroud. Never in front because you can cook them, or never on the side because you can cook them and catch a fire. And then you replace your fuel lines at least every other year on these cars because they heat cycle so much, they get corroded, and then they just start squirting fuel or leaking fuel. It's a pretty common issue. That's why you see so many old Volkswagens catching fire. So right now I'm kind of stuck here with this clutch cable. Let's see if any of the VW guys can give me some advice here. Let's see. What time I'm going live tomorrow? I'll be live again the same time as I always am, usually around 10 o'clock my time. But what's it called? It depends on where I finish on this car tomorrow. Because this thing is not. This clutch is just, it's donezo. And trying to loosen it is a pain. You have to grab some pliers and hold it down with the pliers. I think he cross-threaded it. I mean, with vice grips. Hold it down with some vice grips. There you go. It's the one thing with old VWs. If they're not maintained, properly, they're gonna give you a little more grief than you want. You know what I mean? It makes life a little bit more difficult when older VWs aren't properly taken care of. And it sucks because they're not hard to maintain. They're like one of the easiest freaking cars to own and maintain. Literally everything you do on this car is like 20 bucks. The only things that are expensive are clutches and like clutches. Because usually everything else, as long as it's maintained, that's all that'll go bad on you. A clutch and a carburetor cleaning every now and then, you know? Oh, and brake pads. There you go. Brake pads and clutches are your literal, like, most expensive maintenance on these cars. They self oil change every like 3,000 miles. They leak oil so much that you don't have to buy an oil. You just they leak enough so you just do the oil change when there's no more oil. That's the joke, obviously. Do your damn oil changes properly and don't add oil when it's already out of oil. You're killing the dang engine. But yes, they leak. That's a feature. The air-cooled motor that doesn't leak is a lie. My brand new motor leaked from day one. It didn't leak a lot. It was like a drop or two, like per drive, which wasn't bad. You know, I checked the oil levels on my big motor every couple thousand miles just to see where we're at, and we were just fine. Come on. Yeah, I think he cross-threaded this clutch cable. And I really don't want to say that because that means I gotta go buy a clutch cable for him. Because I'm looking at the threads on it right now and they're not old. They're very shiny. And I don't like that. Because I'm turning it and every time I turn it, it turns the vice grip. Something's bad. It's bad. Freaking Robert. Like my bus motor, I can get it out in like 40 minutes. Anybody got any other ideas how to unplug the clutch cable on these? Need some help here. You guys are watching, and you know what would be an easy way to get this clutch cable disconnected. The fuel line is just 2 seconds, and I can get that disconnected. The clutch cable, it's effed, and I need to know what I should do. Either do I cut it because it's pretty messed up because I have no room to actually pull back on it, if I cut it, or I mean, I tried pulling the clutch back, and I can't pry it back anymore because he has this thing so adjusted far back. There's no more room for play. Usually you have some amount of play here. Why disconnect it? Don't you need to disconnect the clutch cable to remove the motor? Because of the pressure? He has it all the way down. It's technically almost engaging. Wouldn't that be putting pressure onto the pressure plate when I pull it off? Or will that not affect it? I'm curious. Because usually I disconnect them. That's why I'm asking any advice. Because he's right now, the way he has it, it's pulled as hard as he can go. And it's missing the bolt that goes here. So I only have one bolt on the front of the motor. No? Okay. Then I won't disconnect it. I'm just going to disconnect the fuel line. Thank you. That's why I'm asking. See, thanks to the community. I got to ask, man. This is why we have a community. All right, let's pull that fuel line. I don't like how he has this set up. Okay. I'm going to pinch it further back. I'm going to spill some gas, but we should be okay. Pinch it right here. We're going to spill a little bit of gas. It should be okay. Okay. Fuel line's disconnected. Just got to disconnect the throttle cable. And then there's one more bolt on the back of the motor, and that should be it. Throttle cable's held by a Phillips screw. All right. Throttle cable is disconnected. Get you guys out of here. Oh. All right. Now, well, it is pulled tight. That's why I'm asking, but we'll see. We're down to one more bolt, and then the motor will come right out. All right. TikTok guys, let me get you on the tripod. Thank you for staying tuned and enjoying the live. We're almost done removing the motor. So hopefully you guys are enjoying watching me suffer. Again, I haven't done a VW bug since I was in high school. Such a long time ago. So no heater boxes. So the heater boxes are not connected. So I saw that. I'll check the choke. The coil wires are right here. Pretty straightforward. There's one. The engine apron. So this whole apron I don't think comes out on this one. So I think this is a later model. So I don't see anything here for the apron. That's what's kind of giving me a alternator. It's a 6-volt too. He did not convert this to 12-volt, so there's a lot less stuff in the way. Like oil pressure right here. Here's the coil wire down here. And then this guy, this other coil wire right back here. This guy right on the heat box. There we go. There's that part of the harness. So there's that. Got that coil, got this wiring out. Just a flathead for the fuel line. And I think we're good. Between the block and the apron, let me see. Are you talking about the one that goes around the heat vents? That click on the go to the heat exchangers? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I already checked the carburetor, the wire on the carb. We're good. There's no more wires going to the carb. Actually, yeah, but it's part of the spark, so we're good on that. Not the spark, but it's part of the coil. So no harness, no more wires to the harness. Harness is fully disconnected, so we're good on that. Let's see if we get you guys higher. That'll probably work. Higher and closer. Before I go further. There we go. Don't worry, TikTok. You guys are getting the same treatment. Higher and closer. All right. This is disconnected. This is all disconnected. So these hoses you want me to pull? Okay. But from what I'm looking at, these tins are not held by anything or attached to anything. I think the engine's gonna drop. Oh, are you saying we have to remove them? Remove the tins so it gives me more play to push it this way? Is that what you're saying? Voltage regulator. Let's see. The voltage regulator is attached to the fan shroud, so it's not. It's staying there. So voltage regulator, alternator, coil, main wires. I just got to get a flathead to disconnect the fuel line. The other main power or ground wire. Here's a I think this is the ground strap. That's already unplugged. And that's it. The tins, from what I'm looking at, I mean, these guys right here. I mean, I can unbolt this tin here, but I don't see anything in the way of this tin. If we have to remove it so we can pull it back, then that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna disconnect this fuel line and then go forward. Because all that's left is the bolt that's on the back of the fan shroud. That rear tent needs to come out. Okay. All right, so that fuel line's now disconnected. We're good there. We're gonna start spilling some fuel, but whatever. The kittens are gonna be like, oh my God, these fumes. There's the 17 that needs to come out. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna take out this tin out, like you say, and then that's only a Phillips, or my flathead will fit it. Yep. All right. Hey, I'm listening to this guy. He knows his stuff, so I'm not even gonna argue. He's already got me this far. Hey, spider, go get out of there. Dude, you are good. There we go. All right. Spider gone. Yeah, that dent. Yeah. He told me that if I can bang it out, I'll bang it out for him. All right. Rear 10. There we go. Rear 10 removed. What's going on? Audrey Bush, B-Dub fam. Can I see the water pump? No, Zach. No water pump. All right, so the rear 10's removed. Oh my God. And squirrels have been in here. This thing, the heater box is full of freaking acorns. That's hilarious. Look at this. The little acorns. Definitely got to pull those. All right, so that's removed. I'm going to pull the last 17 millimeter on the back of the engine. Well, technically, this is the front of the engine. This is the back. So we're going to be working on the back of it. Chippy the Chipmunk, right? All right, so there's a 17 back here. You just got to feel for it. It's way back here. That's not the one I'm looking for. It should be right here where the start is at. There you are, you little jerk. Yeah. Yeah, the front of the back of the front. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. Found you, but there you go. This is the worst part right here. Out of the whole entire engine removal process, this is the worst. The one bolt. It's like in the dumbest spot known to man. And they put it facing the front. If they flipped it around, it'd make my life so much easier. I gotta get my ratchet. I have a ratchet 17. Let me see if that'll fit. In a VW bus, you actually have more room, even though it's more crammed. It's so much easier to do in a bus. Believe it or not, it's actually easier to do inside of a bus. I know, right? They do make it hard on you. Again, this is the easiest car to ever work on, but I haven't worked on one of these since I was a kid in high school. This nut is not budging. It's not budging. Yeah, it's not moving. I got it to turn once, maybe twice, and it's stripped. I think, no, not stripped. I think it's cross-threaded. I think the nut is cross-threaded on here. Because after 2 turns, it's not coming out. You're working again by myself? Yeah, I always do. Take the rear deck off? Yeah, that's a good idea. Why not, right? It looks like a 10. Let's do that. I like that idea. Sorry guys, it might get loud, so hold on. So we're thinking this is a 66. The one thing that came off easy is the dang lid. Woo! There we go. Now I can just crank on this guy. Oh yeah. Look at that. Freaking butter. Nice and buttery removal. But yeah, this nut is cross-threaded 100%. It should not be that hard to remove this one little nut. Oh man. You guys can see that shine in there? That's a cross-threaded nut. If I weren't saying anything, that's super cross-threaded. Look at that. Jeez. Oh man. All right, well, it's off though. Yeah, on any car you guys ever work on, never, never, ever, 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 ever start a nut with any tools. Do it by hand. If you can get at least 3 turns with a nut and the bolt by hand, and they go on there nice, then you know you did it right. If you get 1 or 2 turns and it's tight, it's cross-threaded. You know? Rob the beard. Well, the year, we think it's a 66, but everybody here has really good speculation that the pan's been swapped. I don't know. I'll have to do some more digging. We're pulling the engine out till we can swap the clutch, but I'm not going to do the clutch job until Robert is here tomorrow. You need a 17mm open wrench? No, don't use an open wrench. That you gotta do is a box end, bro. You put a 17mm open wrench, you're gonna strip that nut so good. Never. No, you start the nut by hand. Turn it 3 times minimum, 5 if you can, and then use a wrench. Hey, mahalo, welcome, aloha. Thank you. So mahalo, thank you, plenty, and then aloha for hello. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. I definitely appreciate it. I can definitely use that information later. I will for sure tomorrow we'll do more for identifying this car. My goal is to yank this motor out. I gotta pull the starter next. The starter just pops right out, and then we'll go from there. By the way, my wife's Hawaiian, so definitely understand the aloha and all that stuff, bruh. All right, brother? I appreciate you. All right, so get this starter pulled really quick. This is actually unbolted. Oh, come on. I have the worst luck. This should have been done like 40 minutes ago. I'm not even kidding. I think the other nut on the starter is also stripped. Why pull the starter? Because it'll fall off if I don't. I don't want it to fall. Don't want to hurt anything, you know what I mean? Not, even though it's not my car, but I don't want it to fall and get hurt. You know, starters on these cars are cheap, but I don't want to buy another starter. It's a 16. I forgot the starter's a 16. It's the one oddball nut out of the whole thing. There we go. Come on. Jeez, this guy. I guess, you know, cross-threaded or not, if it's tight, it's tight. Sheesh. The hell? Holy crap, how did you join the video? Correct, that's already been done. Yeah, we already did that. I'd taken the other bolt off because well, I have to take it off because this is a 6-volt setup. We're trying to do a different setup on it. Okay. Yeah, I'm still taking it off no matter what. So it scared me though, because I don't know how you joined the live chat. Nice. No, I know that. It's just on top of that, I want to pull everything. It's just there's more work that has to be done to the car than just the motor being pulled. You know, there's a lot of what's up? No, it's okay. It's not gonna hurt me. It's it's just it's helping me identify like what's stripped and not stripped. You know, it's just there's a lot. Because yeah, the bolt is stripped on this one too. The bottom. Correct. Yeah, it's the bolt with the little notch on it. Yeah. No, I have a 71 VW bus as well. So I definitely know that part. It's just it's been so long since I worked on a bug. It's it's definitely different, you know. Because like my bus, I can pull my bus motor out in 30 minutes. This is a lot more annoying. Oh crap! Hold on, hold on. This is why I gotta pull stuff out, man. This guy. Oh, geez. This is why I always gotta pull things out. So the stud pulled out. Yeah. So the main bolt that holds the engine on top, completely stripped. The bolt, the stud that holds the starter, yeah, that's also stripped here, and it pulled out the stud anyways. So, so like I said, the guy who owns this car, he's super cool. Um, I'm trying to help. I want to raise some money to get this car restored for him. Nice. Yeah, I have a 71 bus with a 2280 in it, and then I have my other 71 bus. I'm almost done with it. It has um, a 2001 VW TDI engine in it. We're doing a full TDI swap in that. So, my, yeah, I wouldn't do a Subaru motor. Those things are horrible. Yeah, if you like spun bearings, go for it, man. Don't get me wrong. The EA 25 or the EJ 250, whatever it's called, phenomenal engine for a Subaru motor. But the moment you give it any beans or torque, they love to spin rods. It's just why go with that? Do a TDI swap. It's so much. It's actually easier to do a TDI swap in these. Less wires, and you get all the torque you'll ever need. You'll get the fuel economy, and it'll get a million miles before it actually has a problem. That's why I'm doing a TDI motor in this car. I mean, in my car, my bus. No, it's a 71, so it's a bay window. Yeah, I got two bay windows because I'm not trying to spend that kind of money. You know, but see, I'm not a purist at all. I don't care about anything pure about a VW. I just want to own a VW. I own a bunch of them, just so you know. I don't know if you've been watching my YouTube. I have a YouTube channel, and I build all my VWs. Well, my newer, I have a bunch of water pumpers, I guess. I'm in Arkansas. Where? No, I just moved to Arkansas 4 months ago, so I know nothing. I want to go. Anything VW, I want to be there. You don't understand. I live, breathe Volkswagen, so and bleed them. I bleed VW all day. You know. Yeah, those are all removed. I was just trying to yank it out now. Yeah, it's all done. My other friend, what's his name? VW Silver VT. He's been helping me a lot. And yeah, he's exactly right. Spun bearings, the heads fall off. They love head gaskets. And spark plugs are also near impossible to maintain. Yeah, that's why I hate Subaru motors. They're just a pain. You know, but TDI swap, all you do you do a 30-degree angle on the engine. You get a short pan and you get to use it fully like proper. And again, you get 40 miles of the gallon and you'll get almost 120, 125 horsepower with almost 300 pounds of torque. For a bus, that is like perfect. You don't understand. Like you want something, and also the average like lifespan of a TDI engine is anywhere from like 300 to 500,000 miles before you even have to do any actual like mechanical rebuild. 99, 2000, 2001 VW Golfs, Jettas, Beetles all have them. If you want to go older, you can go like 98, 97, I believe, still had those engines in them. But the fourth generation Volkswagens all have them. It's a super common engine. And if you can find them running cheap, I mean, you can probably get them for $1,000 easily. Mm-hmm. I got three motors and I got two cars um, with the same engines in them. And one of them became a donor car for my bus. And there was a company that I work with. It's called TD Harnesses. They made me a standalone harness, 400 bucks. With my ECU, he extended the wires for the gas pedal and my OBD2. Done. I was able to. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it will stop all the headaches you'll ever have with an old school VW. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so the company you want to go with is Kennedy Engineering. They make the adapter plates to bolt right onto to a VW bus transmission. They also make you the clutch for it as well. So they built me the plate and the clutch. I think it was 800 bucks. No, no, my whole swap, my entire swap, I think was like 3 grand. Yeah. A bug? Yeah, it'll fit, but you know, obviously you're not gonna have like you're gonna have to extend the hood the hatch cover, but that's pretty much it, and get rid of the rear apron. But you can make it fit. I there's a couple guys on I think YouTube and Instagram that have those swaps in bugs. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. Buy a runner. If you can find a runner that doesn't have a failing mechanical fuel pump, bro, just do all the basic maintenance on it and do the timing belt and put a brand new cam and lifters, which you can do without taking any of the stuff off. So do a timing job and then do a cam and brand new lifters. You got an engine for another 150 to 200,000 miles without any other repair work. That's right. ALH the world. I agree. Yeah, it's also called a VW ALH TDI motor. So it is a bulletproof engine. People put them in Jeeps. Yeah, yeah. You make your own mounts. I fabricated all my mounts for my stuff. It took me like 4 hours to build a mount for it. I'm actually, just so you know, if you're watching this and you're enjoying it, I will be offering a full TDI swap kit once I get my whole swap done. Well, once it's done, it'll be on TikTok. It'll be on YouTube. Follow my YouTube channel, PincheAls Garage. You'll find it there once it's all done. The full instructions on how to do the swap. If you want to fabricate your own stuff, I'll give you all the instructions for that too. Or you'll just have a whole kit from me. That's it. it okay. I'll definitely check it out, man. I gotta hit this piece out. Huh? What's up? Oh yeah, everything's disconnected. We're just getting ready. I just gotta pull it out. That's it. Yep, just like my bus. I have the jack. I have a motorcycle jack on there, so it's holding it in place, so I can just yeah. But this guy has a gnarly dent right here in this corner, so it's pushing against the exhaust, so it's not letting me pull it out. So, time for the hammer. But we're gonna be. What's up? No, it's on the right side. It's just because TikTok or whatever my camera flips it around. It's weird. It's not a right hand right. It's just backwards on there. Yeah. Believe me, every time people look at my other cars, like, bro, you have a right hand drive this, right hand drive. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just the camera's flip. And every time I change the settings, it doesn't fix it. So I'm just like, I just say, you know what? No. Yeah. Here comes the clearancing hammer. That's right. All right. I recommend turn the volume down. This is going to get loud. I'm going to bang on this thing. Whew. Yeah, don't breathe rust in, people. Not good for you. All right, let's see if this guy will come out. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah. But the exhaust is what's preventing us from coming. No, that's not. That's fine. They're not plugged in. No, it's this heater box is hitting. There we go. Don't worry, I made space. Don't worry, everybody. It's all part of the show. You know what that is? It's a VW for sure. It's a Corrado. That one has a 1.8T swap in it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it. You know what you do? You get diesel. Instead of experimenting with electricity, experiment with diesel. Do more fuel efficiency. Yeah, because by the time, just so you know, I have friends that have swapped electric buses and bugs. I mean, they spend like about 10, almost 20 grand just for the swap, and then they do Tesla batteries. By the time they're done, they're like almost 30K into the swap, and it gets like 100 miles per charge. Like F that. Even though it's super fast and super like powerful, but it's garbage. You can't even enjoy it. Yeah, that's why I'm like, get a diesel swap, get a 10-gallon tank. If you can get like in my bus, I was able to get a 15-gallon tank in the back. So 15 gallons on a TDI bus, I probably get about almost 700 miles on a full tank. Yeah. If you tune them right, if you tune them for fuel efficiency, they get almost 50 to 60 miles of the gallon. Yeah, they're insane, like insanely well-built motors, super efficient. People sleep on them so bad, it's insane. Now, if you want horsepower, the VR6 is king in the VW world. Those are cool motors, but they are super unreliable. Oh, wait, hold on. Don't distract me. I think it's out. Oh, it's already jacked up. No, hold on. There you go. Ándale, compa, ya salió. Ándale. There we go. He's out. We're good. It's the metal. All right. Yeah, I'll have to go higher on the motor or figure out the apron removal on this. I don't think this apron comes out. Yeah. Yeah, the apron does not come off on this car. So yeah, I have a much taller jack, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. But if you guys are tuning in for tomorrow, I'm not trying to ignore you, okay? So I'm just trying to tell everybody here in general. So yeah, the car has to go higher. Yeah, I agree. But this is where I wanted to be anyways. I wanted the engine removed because tomorrow, the guy who owns this, so for everybody joining in right now, the person who owns this car, his name's Robert. He came onto my property a couple months ago and we were talking, and because he saw my bus, he saw my 2 buses and all my other VWs I have on my property. And he just comes up to me, he's like, dude, do you work on buses, VWs? I'm all like, no. And there's 9 VWs in front of my house, right? It took longer because I wasn't cussing enough. Yeah, I agree. But he's all like, dude, he's all, man, I got this VW Bug. I bought it and I drove it and it just stopped working on me. He's all, it didn't shift anymore and all that. I'm all like, I got you. I got you. Bring it over. He's like, how much? I go, nothing. Just buy me the parts. Um, so we were talking, just shooting shit. And then he started getting more personal. He started talking more about his life. And the guy has cancer. So he just got back today from chemo. He came back from recovering from chemo. Correction. Um, so he doesn't know how much he has in life or time. Tomorrow he's going to be here at 9 a.m. at my house. I'm going to do a full interview with him while I'm working on this, because I want him to sit down, just shoot the shit with me, and then just talk about his life. I'm going to record all of it and then post it on Instagram and YouTube and all that. The goal after the interview, the goal is going to be to start a GoFundMe for him so I can raise money. I wanted to ship this car out to California, like personally ship it, take it to a restoration shop and restore it for him the way he wants it. That's the goal. I'm hoping, within 20, 30K, if I can do it for less, hell yeah. But that's the idea. The guy is super cool. I'd rather just say, meet him in person when I get him in camera and understand what he is going through and what he went through. Most of his life, he was a hobo. So he lived most of his life as a hobo throughout the U.S. and in Mexico. The guy lived in Mexico. This is the whitest guy you'll ever meet, by the way. Super cool dude. And yeah, I honestly think it's worth it. I honestly hope that you guys can see that as well, that it's worth it for him. And then let's get a car restored for him, for his time that he's around here still. Give him one of the biggest smiles we can give him possible. That's my goal. So check this out, by the way. You guys need to see the interior of this thing. This thing's super cool. Number one, well, before we say anything, let's do a quick run around here. Okay, so he has no fabrication skills at all. These are diamond plated runner boards. These are the stainless steel diamond plates, and he made these runner boards. And he just sheet metal them in and everything. It's dope. It's freaking cool. Obviously no door cards because it's a VW Bug. Who keeps the door cards in them? We come over here. Look at the steering wheel on this thing. This thing's so dope. You guys got to see this. Look at this. Oh my God. I was just like, this thing's dope. Like, I love that. And I want to keep that. Well, it's a lowrider bike steering wheel. So when he showed me that, I'm like, bro, that needs to stay here. My idea was the locking pliers that keep the windows in there. I think we should figure out a way to fabricate a nut on them and weld them and make them the actual handles like permanent. I think that would be dope. Obviously restore the interior, get a nice clean interior all done up. It was originally red, as you guys can see. Everything works, kind of. He has a black, yeah, it's a good car. There's a lot of rust, so like I said, it needs to be restored. But I think it'd be a winner for him, honestly. But that's why what won me over immediately was that steering wheel and the handkerchief, the peace handkerchief. I was like, bro, this guy needs this car. He needs this car restored.
Where's the radio at? I was trying to look to find a radio.
No, it doesn't have one. He has a blank plate on it.
It was a 6-volt radio, and it was a tube radio. It was an AM radio in it, but it was a tube radio. You have to warm it before it plays.
Oh, before I forget, He put a bungee cord on the brakes so it can actually hold pressure while he's driving. I mean, I don't know about you, but you need some serious balls of steel to drive a car like that.
Nice.
I like it. I think it's cool. It's got some character.
Brings back memory. Brings back memory when I was down south. I had one. It was 6-4. All the 6-4 headlights, tail lights, and stuff.
Oh, let me see what's going on here on YouTube.
How you doing? Let's see what this person is on here. Okay, Rob. Yeah, how you doing, Rob? You doing a good job.
That's right. You got the optional vice grip handle. All right. Well, it's 12 o'clock. I've been on for 2 hours. It took a lot longer than it was supposed to, but it did it. It's my first time actually pulling a bug motor in like 20 years. My last bug motor is when I was in high school in 97. So, yeah, this has been a while. But, well, it depends on how we restore this, right? As we move forward and we try to raise the money, if we can get the money, I would prefer building a brand new motor, get the heater working like perfect, because out here in Arkansas, it gets pretty cold during the winters. I would love it actually just fully functional for him. So, yeah, full. I think a 1776 in this bug with all the proper heater boxes and everything will be a perfect with the freeway flyer transmission. Solid build. That's kind of like my idea. Yeah, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. My whole goal was just to make sure it was out, and then because I don't want to spend a lot of time working on this while I was having his interview. I'm gonna start it at 9 in the morning, and then just go as long as I can. But it's being all recorded first, and then we're gonna post it afterwards. Oh, we won't be live. We won't be doing anything live at 9 in the morning. No, I'm gonna be recording all of it first, and then upload it afterwards. Okay, that's cool. Well, wow, that's a minute. Hell yeah. Well, again, either way, for everybody else, thank you for watching this live stream here at PincheAl's Garage. As always, we're here to break, fix, and repeat because we own VWs, and that's like their life cycle. On top of that, as always here at PincheAl's Garage, if you see another Dubber on the road, you give them a thumbs up, give them a deuces, respect one another, and always here, we love everyone. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, no, appreciate you too, man, for joining in. Have a wonderful night. Be safe. And I'm going to bed. I'm done. Okay, I'm trying to see what your name is here. I just followed you back, and then I can find your profile afterwards. Gotcha. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, same here. I usually Tuesdays and Wednesdays I don't do lives. I do filming for my other content, and then Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays is when I do my lives. But you might see me live tomorrow because of what's happening tomorrow morning. So it might, I don't know where I'm at on that, depending on how much work is involved during the live feed. I mean, not during the recording with him. Yep. I pulled out a VW motor. Come on, let's just be honest. Easy work. Obviously, it wasn't easy for me for being a first time in a long time, but it's easy work for everybody else who's done this. What is his name? VW Silver VT. I think he does it in like 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Yeah, no, that was whoever was that you who mentioned that to do it? That was a great suggestion. You too, man. Peace out. You guys have a good night.
Okay, thanks. Take care.
Yep.
Bye bye.
All right. Good night, everyone. Be safe out there.